get ready. Woo!
Oh, I left it.
Ow! Hey guys, welcome back. I'm your Dungeon Master. What's going on, everyone? This is Podcasters, the Tabletop Gaming Podcast on the BICBP network at bicbp-radio.com. I'm Anthony Mullen, your resident Dungeon Master. Ooh, I gotta turn that volume down on the phone. I'm checking this out on... So I got it watching on the Twitch on my phone just to see how it looks when we play. And guys, it's not that bad. Like, I'll say we actually look pretty good. And oh, snap. There's like a hole on gap. Why didn't no one tell me that our layout wasn't taking up the full space on Twitch? There's like a black... Oh, thanks. You're green again.
No, it's not.
Hey, what's up, Amber?
Am I green?
No.
So
you are green
Twitch.
again.
I'm on Twitch.
On my
I'm
end.
green. I'm green. Thanks. I'm
Oh.
a goblin. It's fine. This is normal.
It's okay. It's fine. That happens sometimes. But now at least you saw it. So that happens sometimes with you. But if it's just because you're a goblin and that's
So I'm
weird.
good. I'm
oh,
good
well,
in
I
Zoom.
like it.
In Twitch, I turn green. Okay.
On my computer, you're green.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why it comes through over to here, I think. Is because you're coming through green somehow. We have Finks currently trying to film the Blair Witch Project over there. Do a little quick magic from the moon magic. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the campaign. This is the Faybala 5. I'm running with Azoth, Remus, and Finks today. Danny as Howard is unable to be here because it is Valentine's Day. Welcome to all those lovebirds that are currently watching. If we have any viewers, I think we have one or two viewers, and I think it's you and it's us that is watching. I appreciate the commitment, guys. I appreciate the commitment. Thank you.
Need those numbers.
But before we get into today's session, I just want us to kick off that we do have a rockin' sponsor. We have DCT Industries. It's a Western New York local gaming company that's starting up, and they're currently getting ready to go into launch with their first game called KaiMon. It is a mon genre of gaming. Yes, just like that. It is a mon genre of gaming. So think Pokemon, where you're the trainer with monsters. Think Yu-Gi-Oh, where you have monsters that you summon with cards. Think of Monster Companion, anime games. I don't play a lot of anime games. Other mon games. Tony, throw me some anime. What are some mon genres? Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Monster Rancher.
I loved Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher. Thank you. Yeah.
Beyblades.
So the way that this works
Unlock
is
your disc. Sorry.
there you go. I wasn't even thinking of Beyblades or Bakuman, but perfect. Those games, put them with some wargaming terrain. So think those mon genres mashing with Warhammer or D&D in a sense where you are the trainer, the master, the owner, and you command monsters to battle out on a field against another player. And there is currently rules for competitive settings or just friendly play. Those rounds will go anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour long, depending on how intense they get and how large of a battle. And I had a great interview with Jeff from DCT Industries just last week, and that will be posted as an audio podcast. See, today is Valentine's Day, so all the episodes should be going up tonight after we get done recording and playing D&D. So it may pop up on Sunday the 14th, or it'll go up on Monday the 15th. So please check on over there, hit them up, and listen to that because there's another giveaway that we are dropping for that. So on the 21st next week, when we all join back to play D&D, we're gonna have two giveaways to be giving. First one is gonna be the Blood Dice King from last week and this week. We had no one reach out due to some technical glitching errors. So we are going to hold and postpone last week's giveaway, pull it to today. Tony, do you mind sharing these beautiful red dice from Okie Dokie sponsored? Oh, see, now it turned green. So now everyone's just going to see a box of green dice, but they are these awesome red Okie Dokie dice. They are sweet. They have this nice little case that they come with. You know, you want them, you want to get them out. Everyone could always use an extra set of dice. check them out. The code word for that is going to be the Blood King. It's going to be the same way to enter to win that as with the King in Yellow from the Podkeep Manor episode we ran 3 weeks ago at this point. And what you're going to do is when we post this episode up on the Facebook page for podcasters, there will be a link underneath this one that's going to say pinned this post. You want to comment below in it, the Blood King. That is the comment. As well as to win those dice, you will have to like the podcasters page on Facebook as well as DCT Industries. Telling you guys now, that is how you want to win those red dice. We're going to carry that over from last week. So the Blood King, you want to make sure you get those. The giveaway that is released in the podcast within the interview is going to be a starter kit from D&D. It's a Wizards of the Coast starter kit. It comes with a Minds of Phandelver intro adventure. So for all those new DMs that want to run a campaign and kind of kick off a session and run something new for a bunch of newbies, this is a great way to jump into D&D. You've been watching us play D&D, or maybe this is your first time watching and you're just like, oh, hey, I want to play D&D. I've always wanted to. Now I'm watching it. How do I get into it? Well, guess what? Enter in our giveaway, try and win it. The code word that will be required for that giveaway is in the episode is in the audio episode with me and Jeff talking about DCT Industries. So please make sure to head over to the network or wherever you get your podcasts and listen to that. The code word will be within that episode as well as possibly in the show notes. So please check it out. There are some rules to win that one. It is not simply just liking the Facebook pages. On that one, we're going to have you go over to their Instagram and check out DCT Industries on Instagram at DCT Industries _ backtrack that. At DCT _ Industries. All that's going to be in the notes. Drop below. I'll go back over it at halftime, possibly at the end. I don't know. We only have 3 players tonight. We may not go super, super, super long. But I'm rambling. No one's cut me off. Anyone else have anything to announce before we jump into D&D for the night?
Yeah, I got a Space Safe friend request from someone named Action Cat. So shout out to Action Cat, my first Space Safe friend.
Yeah, Space A. Woo!
There you go. Yo, guys, have you heard about Space A? We're bringing it back. Look forward to all. This how we're taking over. We're bringing D&D to Space A.
Space A.
But with that being said, guys, we pick up. You guys, our party last week was traveling through a desert. I don't believe it was fun. They were on the run from some striking lightning in the distance. They had taken rest by an oasis. All throughout a long night of changes, of deep meditation, thought. You all come back the next morning. Little shooken. Woken abruptly, some of you, as during a long rest, near the end of one, there was a misty force that was fighting you all. It seemed to be shifting in and out of the ethereal plane, while Finks is currently green. Getting away from this bloody, necrotic dealing mist, Finks had cast Blink. Is the spell correct? And shifted over to the ethereal, where he saw a gauze-wrapped, gaunt, undead-looking humanoid figure with subtle fangs. Specifically placed jewelry intricately kind of woven. It wasn't the basic, average, run of the mill, family just kind of necklace. The ornaments that were on this figure's body looked royal, possibly above average collector, we'd say. I think we even alluded to it. As the sun arose, this creature faded into a mist form and seeped into the sand below it. You all, surviving this bloody mist, began traveling throughout the desert, hopefully heading in a northeastern direction towards a town. I believe it starts with an A. I don't have my map of Faybala pulled up if someone wants to just remind me what town you are all traveling in the direction of. Along this, travel to town to be named. Azoth rolled a nat 20 and basically you did that Looney Tunes walking on the edge of the building without realizing it moment, where you had just walked on the edge of the skyscraper and turned and pivoted perfectly. When turning around, seeing your three friends plummet through a chute in the ground, 10 by 10. Through quick reaction, attempted spell castings, a go at B-shaping, you all entered, and some of you had made successful saving throws and others had failed while in this tunnel that seemed to wipe out any magic usage. Awaking at the bottom of the pit, Azoth, who had fallen, little broken, recouped some health points, looked around, seeing Howard next to him, currently distracted by a blanket or a giant sheet, looks like. I think he had a tarp or something he pulled out. Oh, no, it was a tarp that had fallen from Remus and Finks as they tried to. Finks and Remus had tried to sort of do a Emperor's New Groove, kitty cornered, back to each other, attempting to not fall and take as much damage with some successful dexterity saving throws, being a rogue, and well rolled acrobatic checks. Landed with some damage dealt. You were in a room that was 50 by 50, maybe 50 by 65 feet. You really couldn't tell. That had 5 braziers in it. Essentially, these the way they look is they would be a bird bath in design of look with a concrete solid structure a post coming up that opened into a basin that had almost coals or soot. Can't tell exactly. No one really investigated what it was specifically. But you all ascertained that they probably would be used to light some sort of fire. While looking upon this, Finks had seen some skeletons and attempted to speak with the dead of them, receiving answers that they had died due to a security protocol and a beast. They looked burned and singed, and that there's possibly no way out. Azoth was it. Walked up to the middle brazier and began to rub it. Just like, hey guys, so what do you think this does? And you have looking in front of you a 8 foot, 8.5 feet tall, 10 feet tall humanoid figure ripped with muscles, red in skin with this black sash that streaks that goes over its front of its chest down and to its waist with a kind of almost a tunic that cuts off at the knees and drapes down a little bit down the center in between its legs. It had a collar that had some sort of commanding inscription or magical writing on it, as well as some chains on its wrists, its ankles. And Azoth, I'll say make a quick perception check.
All right. Let's see. Start the day off with a 12.
Make an Arcana check. 12.
Rules. Nat 20 plus 4. 24.
Just a very quick scope around of this. Let me just walk Howard out of this encounter because he is not with us tonight. See. You see that this magical figure appears to be kind of lighting up a little bit over their body, over their pouch and their sash. There's some magical trinket items. The neck, the collars on the neck, wrists, and ankles glow up with a enchantment-looking magic. Very, you really are not doing detect magic, but like it looks like some powerful magic. So it's covered in some glowing things you pick up on. What are you guys doing right now in this moment?
Say hi.
You say hi to it.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
This large hulking, it has a sword at its side. You see hanging a large double-handed looking scimitar that is curved and hooked at the edge. It looks like a giant machete almost. Make an insight check.
You said insight?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. 20. Not nat.
It looks, you being a druid and you having dealt with wild animals, there is something savage and almost primal instinctual about this creature, this being.
Okay.
That there's an understanding that's connected, but an inability to kind of ascertain complex thought. You see it's looking at you and it's looking at you as if it's a low-leveled intelligence creature. Not ready to straight up attack, but it's not it's not looking to straight up just attack, but it's not looking to have a conversation, possibly.
I'll take one knee and bow before it.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Non-nat 1.
Okay. You bow one knee. Do you lower your head and everything, or is it just a knee bow kind of looking up at it?
Like just kind of like Harry Potter when he sees the Buckbeak, you know, just kind of maintaining eye contact with it, but just to kind of show passiveness.
Non-nat 1.
Yes, non-natural 1.
Okay. All right. That's not a natural 1. Okay. What is everyone else doing?
I'm turning
Howard
the
is in the
fence.
corner.
And
Go on.
I'm gonna ask him if he has any way to. I don't know. I know you can heal and stuff. Can you calm this creature down at all in any way?
I can try singing.
I don't know. That might work.
Can I attempt to sing to soothe the monster? With my performance check of +0.
Make a performance check. Make a performance check. I'll allow
I will be
that.
singing in Goblin. I rolled an 8.
Oh, beautiful. I feel like he's just kind of like annoyed by it.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm not going to automatically just give that annoyance. It didn't know what to. I didn't know where you guys were going with this. Oh. For the time being. For the time being, it is composed and more or less. Finks, make an insight check. Actually, I'm not just going to tell you. I'll make you work for
Right.
this.
I got a 25.
All right.
It'll just tell me.
This thing looks like it's kind of sizing you up. And what language does it speak?
As I'm realizing this, the
Okay.
song's kind of slowly trailing off. I'm slowly moving behind one of the braziers.
I guess should we?
It's looking at you all. It has not made any aggressive movement. I will say, Remus, you've been a rogue. You're looking for weapon. Ooh.
I want to know: has it actually
looking for
moved
weapons?
at all? Has it moved from its spot, or is it?
No, it is.
stationary?
No, it is standing in the center of the middle brazier right now. And at this
Okay.
point, all of the other 4 braziers are lit. And it's standing in the middle of the center one, kind of like standing in it, as if itself is the fire. Just kind of like
Does he have
big
feet?
red-skinned body. Just make a perception check. You're a short goblin.
Yeah. No, that's not perception. 18, 21 for perception.
What if we all just back away from it?
Actually, I will use. Where's my druid mini for the moment? Let's see. Oh, here he is. Here, I'm gonna send another one just to kind of show what. A little bit better one, just for this moment. Guys, we're gonna get a better battle cam map sent to everyone, or set up for everyone watching in the coming future. But second picture being sent is the one, essentially Azoth. You're right in the middle.
Okay.
Finks and Remus were to the bottom left. If you want to be positioned somewhere else, you can let me know.
Remus, you've got daggers to spare, right? Like you have a
I
multitude.
just make them with my brain.
Okay. So like if I were to sacrifice or get rid of a dagger and need another one, you could get one for me?
Oh yeah, I have like 2 or 3 of those, so I could probably give you one.
All right. I want to take the one dagger that I do have on me very carefully,
Okay.
not in an aggressive manner, and lay it
Make a
out.
sleight of hand.
Oh, go ahead. You said sleight of
I'm
hand.
gonna make a sleight of hand check. Just because the minute you are going for this isn't meant to be sneaky. This is just more meant to be a how subtly will you grab the dagger without it being an aggressive movement.
All right.
How subtly?
17.
Okay, you pull a dagger out. You kind of hand it over.
I'm just gonna lay it. So he's on. How tall is this brazier thingy? How tall is it?
This brazier in the middle is easily. This one is 5 foot tall, like right up to like kind of eye level with you. This one's taller,
All right.
and
So
it is larger. Yeah.
Okay. Does he have feet, or is he kind of like traditional, like wispy bottom? Or is he like planted, like with legs?
He has feet. You
Alright.
being up in front of him, you would see his feet. Finks, what was your roll for the perception?
21.
Did you roll for that?
21.
All right, yes, you do see just picking up from his look, you see his body is he's got the sword to his side, he's got feet, he's standing in the brazier, almost kind of like a monk, not monk style, but almost like a Naruto style, just kind of like posing nicely with his feet in the coals, just kind of like ready, just
I'm gonna basically lay the.
you over, waiting for a movement.
All right, I'll set the dagger up at his feet. Not like in the ground, but like lay it down.
Okay.
See if he says anything.
All right. He sees you. I'll say make a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. 15.
Okay. So you start to get up and you place it on that. As this is happening, what is everyone else doing?
So he has feet, but they're still in the pot.
Yeah, like he's like kind of like standing, like the coals or ashes of where the fight, like where this fire is. It's not doing anything to him.
Okay.
He's kind of just standing in it. He's not traditional genie style, if that's what you're thinking. He
No,
doesn't have a
no,
wispy
no,
smoke,
not at all.
half bottom. Here,
Interesting.
actually.
Okay.
Let's see. And the four other braziers that were 3 feet tall, and the bowl's only about a foot wide on these ones. 4 little fires are, and the room is now dim lit. You do see that there is the door behind him, against the wall, and you can look up that there is a pit. That it is dark, but you do see a small square of light at the very, very top. What are you guys doing?
Should we ask him which door? Ask things.
There's only one door.
Has
essentially.
he spoken at all?
He's not. He is more or less just kind of. No one has spoken to him. He's more or less just kind of.
I said hi.
He did say hi.
You said hi, I guess, but he didn't take it in. He more or less is kind of doing this like animalistic kind of like a purring, growling, just kind of like a predator, like a.
Do we have any water with us?
Make some.
Um,
Large red friend, we are sorry to have intruded on your home. And I'll point to the sky and say, we're from up there, but now we're down here and we don't have a way out.
And I repeat that in Infernal, making assumptions and acting as a translator for things to make him look more prestigious.
All right.
Because if you have a tiefling translator, you got to mean something.
I'll say. Let's make a wisdom check. Ooh. All right. Remus, make a perception check or insight.
Oh, they're both bad. Oh, that's all right. I'm going to use my side eye with it, though, just to make it better. He's a genie. Oh, that didn't do much better. But I get to go up a size. Hooray. It's going to be a 15.
If it understood either of you, it hasn't made a notice to acknowledge it. It is just staring around. Okay.
All right, guys.
What are you doing?
I like-
so
look at
Finks has kind of said something to it. Remus, you kind of said a little bit in Infernal.
Well, I
Azoth,
repeated
you
exactly
said
what
a little
Finks said, yeah.
something.
Why don't you guys? Where's the door? If we're looking at the picture, where's the door? Behind
other
him?
side
Opposite of
of
him.
Okay.
Opposite end of him.
I guess we'll walk
And
along
it is
the wall.
closed.
Why don't you two guys start to just each basically go around the perimeter, and I'll still stand in front of him, and just slowly make your way towards that back door.
I'm gonna do that, and while I'm doing that, I'm just going to be pointing at the door the whole time so it knows where I'm going.
I'm not moving.
I'll do it.
Okay. And I'll just try speaking to it and saying, we're just trying to leave. We have somewhere else we need to be, and it's not here.
What language did you say that in?
Just Druidic. I also, I speak Common, Druidic, Elvish, and I understand, I guess, Primordial and Undercommon.
Yeah. So what language do you say this in?
Just my normal tongue.
Okay. All right. Make dexterity checks, Finks and Remus, as you try to.
I'm not moving.
I'm the only one
you
moving.
gonna-
He told.
Oh, you're
both
not
of us,
mixed.
but
Okay,
I'm
Remus.
the only
Okay,
one that knows.
Okay, Remus, are you gonna move too? So if you're looking at this creature, you moving to the left or right of the room?
I would assume the.
You're gonna slip
left
off
of
to the
room.
left side. Left of the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Make dex checks. You're gonna slip off to the side. And see what happens.
So, I guess I would notice after like 10 feet that Finks isn't also going, correct? Like I'd be
From 10
looking.
feet, you would notice.
Okay.
You look at how. So if you want to, if you want to say I'm gonna walk.
Well, no,
10
I'm
feet
saying
and look
after
back and
10
see if
feet,
Finks
I would
is
probably
moving.
try to be stealthy if I notice Finks isn't coming with me anymore.
Okay. So you walk 10 feet. Notice he's not coming with you. You attempt to be stealthy. Make the stealth check.
Okay.
Mm,
22.
Okay. Let me see something real quick.
I would like to attempt to communicate with this monster next after we resolve Remus.
I'll let you attempt to. All right. You feel very subtly, very stealthy, and it may or may not be looking at you. Maybe more focused in on Azoth as he tried to speak to it last. Just looking down at him. Finks, what do you want to do?
I want
Finks, make
to
a perception
cast-
check too.
Perception?
Once I
Yeah.
get to the
As you're
doorway,
waiting to speak.
Natural 20. Yeah.
Okay, nat 20. I will
can save
say
that.
you're noticing because you're waiting to speak. You watched Azoth speak. Everyone's kind of watching every movement happen because this is a very large, very scary looking creature with a very long sword that looks about twice the size of Finks's body.
at least.
The minute Remus begins to shift, its hands start to move over to its side for its sword.
Okay, well, I'm going to continue what I'm doing quickly then.
So,
I'm going
yes.
to use
So what do you want to communicate?
the Maudergy spell, and part of that is I can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change colors for 1 minute. And I'm going to attempt to use
Oh.
the light of the fire to make a shadow puppet show to explain our situation.
Amazing.
Pictures.
Performance or persuasion with your spell modifier.
I wish I could save that 20. That would be an 11 with the spell modifier.
as you attempt to pull some of the fire and the flames from the braziers kind of flicker, you see the eyes flare red as this creature takes 2 swipes instantly right down at Azoth with its sword. The minute magic has happened, it lightning fast grabs its double scimitar and just as what is everyone's language as they speak? Azoth, you already don't speak this. Remus, you speak Infernal, Common, and what?
He's muted.
I even
Muted.
pressed the thing it told me to. I just said the other one was Thieves' Cant, so Infernal and Common.
Finks, Goblin, and Common, right?
Goblin in common.
All right. You all hear a rough, unique, kind of almost a unique language where it's like, unbeknownst to you, none of you speak this language. As he brings down 2 cleaves of his sword right at Azoth in front of him, being the closest. That one carried over poorly. And I'm sorry, man. All right. First one is a 19 plus to hit. I believe that one does hit, correct? All right. First one hits. Second one is a 7 plus. What's your AC? It's a
15.
15. Second one also hits then.
Yeah.
With the 17. My dice over here. So I'll use those chest of dice. All right. First one is 8 slashing damage.
All right.
Second one is 6 slashing damages. As the blades just graze over your shoulders on each one, just dealing some damage because you weren't expecting the quick swipes, but not cleaving in with as much strength as it could possibly.
I'm dead.
You all,
I'll get
you guys
Azoth.
see Finks or Azoth drop. Roll for initiative, everyone. The flames, as it begins to fight with anger, the 4 braziers roar and rip fire to the ceiling, which you now look up is a ceiling, and this is a 15-foot tall above the brazier. So there's a 20-foot tall ceiling total. And the brazier flames from the 4 other ones shoot up and rocket to the top as just 4 pillars of flame. All right. Remus, what you got?
13.
All right. And real quick, we didn't discuss it beforehand. Are we good with sneak attack rules?
I believe so.
So on a roll where you have on the first attack of your turn, if you have advantage, you gain sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have advantage, it has to be the parried because the creature is trying to decide who am I blocking against. The minute you hit him, it goes, oh, you're the one that dealt sneak attack. I now understand that you are a threat.
No, I got you. I think the issue was either it wasn't in the message or I just skimmed over each round. Because I think it just read first attack in the message when I read it the first time, and I was like, oh, which also made sense. I'm like, all right, you only get to sneak up on it on your first approach of a character. That makes sense in a way. But like, I got you.
Yeah, because that's kind of the parrying is trying to figure out you being the rogue. You know how to weave in between and get those precise blocks. And up until you make your presence known, it's expecting an attack from someone else. That being said, Sentinel would work because let's say Finks is fighting him in combat. A creature's entertained with Finks. It's not going to see a sneak attack coming from you.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole.
So that would be.
It's using my reaction while it's attacking to attack it.
Yes. So So I'll allow you to throw sneak attack on it. Jeremy Crawford did the tweet where sneak attack could be dealt multiple times per round, but you then use your reaction. So
Yeah.
I mean that can mean a lot if you give up a reaction. So Azoth, what'd you roll for initiative?
Was I supposed to roll? I'm dead.
He's down. Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Still
you,
gotta roll.
yeah, don't roll.
Death
Yeah, roll initiative still.
Nat 1.
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm a 10.
Well, at least you got out of the way for
That's
that
fine.
instead of the death roll.
Right?
Yeah. See what happens and wait for everyone else.
Oh,
It's all
plus
good.
3, so it's
All right, top
technically
of the
a 4.
round. Oh, real? Okay,
Nat
hold on
1
second.
plus 3, so it's a 4.
All right, give me a second. Hold on. Oh, I can manually edit that. This is weird. Running counter. So hold on. So, you had a 3. You had a 4. Remus was
I
13.
thought my puppet show would
and
get
Finks
someone
was
killed.
11.
I'm sorry, Azoth.
That's fine. I'm used to it by now.
That puppet show friendly.
It's all right.
As an
It's
episode,
all right. It's speaking a language no one understands.
Wasted my point.
I'll say Azoth. I'm gonna give you a wisdom check from the dead. As your elven body slinks off, do you remember anything before you see darkness? Make a wisdom check.
19.
You did remember seeing there being elven runic like carvings on the brazier. Perhaps speaking a different language would produce different results. All good.
Isn't Elvin
Top of the
my...
round. Remus, what are you doing?
Where am I now
What's
on
up?
the map?
Oh, wait, hold on, real quick. What's up, Azoth? Is an elven what?
Isn't Elvin my native tongue then, or no? Or is that something... Is common different than...
Common is essentially everyone speaking English, where
Oh.
everyone just knows the
Everybody has
same
such
common
roles.
tongue.
Oh, I figured common was, since I was an elf, common is elf.
No.
No,
common's
common
so
is
how we all
common is
speak.
everyone.
Mm,
hmm
Got it.
If you see something that is elven, you want to say, "Oh, I'm gonna speak an elven to this person."
Cool. Good to know.
It's all good. No, I
You wouldn't
that's
have
something
picked
I
up on
thought you
his
knew that.
Elvish
All good.
accent.
Makes sense.
Maybe he's like one of those like
in
old
this-
world guys. The Elvish language kind of slips in the common. He's a druid.
Not enough with this. Not enough with this at this moment. Unfortunately, this thing is chained and there's things happening. Anyway, 4 braziers blasting, rocketing pillars of flame to the sky. This creature's in front of you. Looking hardy. What are you doing, Remus?
Where am I now? Because I moved and
You
I
are off to the left of the room, back left
Okay.
pillar.
okay, so I'm not far.
Essentially, front. I'm gonna say front of the room is if you're looking at the picture. Front of the room is where the door is.
Yeah. So is he still looking
Okay.
at Azoth and Finks, or where is he facing?
He is staring at Finks's body laying on the ground.
My body.
Azoth body.
Azoth's body. Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, not Finks's body.
Well, not
Azoth's
cool,
body. Azoth's body.
I'm going to try this then. I'm going to run up to his big bracer behind him,
Got it.
and I'm going to cast Arcane Lock on the bracer that he's standing in, thinking it can lock him in place since he hasn't left the magic fire that he's come out of. Or potentially locking him out of whatever that is, and maybe he needs it for his power.
Yeah, I love how you are like, I'm gonna mess with this spell. Okay. You gotta
It's an
use 25
entryway.
gold pieces.
Yeah,
It is true, technically. You drop 25 gold pieces, all good. I'm gonna assume that for you, Remus, for you, you casting spells in the quick moments, you don't need specific spell components, but if it tells a gold piece, you're allowed to substitute a specific component for a specific gold amount if you wish. If you have that available.
Oh yeah, I got 25 gold pieces. That's no problem.
But like other people, if you want to cast a spell that says you need a gold-plated chalice with this many diamonds, you need to go buy that. It'll cost what it says, but you need to go purchase that item. You don't just say, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to cast this big spell because I have this much gold laying around." Not that way. Remus, we're going to work with it. You got Mammon's
Deal.
touch. So
I got
you pull a little
weird
bit of gold
dollar
and be like,
signs.
you try to twist this locking motion around the brazier. You cast a spell and you don't feel it kind of purchase anything.
Well, I tried. And then I'm going to, since I assume he hasn't seen me yet, I'm going to bonus action hide behind him.
Make a stealth check. Are you just going to try and hide straight behind him, or are you going
Like,
to
I'm
dip
going-
behind one
I'm-
of the smaller braziers?
No, I'm just crouching down right behind his brazier. You said it's about 5 or so feet tall, at least, so he's
Yeah.
pretty high up there.
It's pretty high up. All right.
28.
Okay. Damn, I mean, you guys see Remus dip out behind this giant red hulking figure. Finks, what are you doing?
All right, so Finks is going to cast the Create Water spell, but I'm going to do it as one of the alternative modes. So the material is some water, so I'm just going to spit in his hand and just kind of conjure up a cloud and throw it up, and I'm going to make a 30-foot cube of rain in the room. And my intent here is I want to create a steam smoke screen from his fires to obscure what we're doing, and I'm going to attempt to grab Azoth and drag him out away from this guy.
All right, so you're going to put the steam. Where do you try to place it on the map if you're going to cast a spell specifically?
So 30 feet
In the
should
room.
be. Let me see.
Where is it centered on, is what I'm saying.
I guess on him, so I can get as much fire as possible.
You want it on him? All right.
Yeah, as long as I can hit, basically make the. He's got fire under him, right?
Yes.
I mean, shouldn't 30 feet hit all of these?
So- Yeah, it should. What level is Create Water at?
Level 1.
Cantrip, or is it a spell?
Level 1 spell.
Level 1. I'll say use your as you do this, use your wisdom. Roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
11.
Remus, make a perception check.
I got a nat 1.
All good. All
What is steam?
right, Remus.
And it's going to rain for the next
As the
minute.
steam starts to billow out throughout this room, kind of just it's looking like a steam lodge, as there are multiple sources of fire and multiple sources of rain and mist coating in, and it is looking like a nice misted up sauna in this room. Azoth.
Oh, I still got to make my move, though.
Oh, you have a movement still.
Yep. And I'm going to
Yes.
attempt to pop in there and drag Azoth out
Mhm.
with a disengage. I don't know if I can disengage while dragging.
What's
But
your speed?
30.
All right, you can get right to him. Make a stealth check with disadvantage. I'll give you the full movement because I would say that you wouldn't be trying to be you're gonna try and be urgent and seeing him go down
With disadvantage?
with disadvantage.
All right,
Sorry.
12.
You get him and pull him around the pillar to the back left corner.
Okay.
And at least get out of the visual range of this creature. I'll let that happen in that. You pull him, and that's the extent of your movement. Azoth.
All right. Here's roll number 1. 19. That's a save.
That is a save.
Cool.
That's a save. Okay. This who speaks? No one speaks elf other than Azoth
Not
here
cool.
right now. You know what? At this moment, I'm gonna Jaeger and take control of Howard. As you all see actually, I'm gonna see. Advantage. I'll say right now, stealth checks have advantage while in the mist for the time being. For the time being in this. Let's see, what is that? Okay, Howard stealth. You guys see things. You see a flash of yellow pop around a pillar, and the tarp that Remus had had dropped. You see it thrown. There's a flash of yellow. There's a screech of pain. You hear, ah, what? No, ow! As you hear as you hear a humanoid body drop to the ground in pain.
Oh no.
Remus, make a perception check.
Hopefully it's better than the last. Oh, not 20.
Does it smell like
Worst to first.
Two things happen. You see, first thing is this creature ahead of you bends over, crippling in pain, just speaking some extra planar language. As he bends over slightly, you see this tarp that you had tried to parachute sort of with.
Yeah.
Has covered the bottom right brazier and has snuffed it out.
Ah.
Wet blanket.
He has the room only has 3 braziers now.
Woo.
Okay. It is now his turn. Let's see. Seeing that, he is going to do a quick look around at disadvantage. Ooh. That's a 7/7. What's his perception? Perception is... what's everyone's see, Finks, what did you roll for stealth? You rolled 20, you rolled a 12,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, that was for the last one.
Remus, what was your stealth?
My stealth was a 28.
You see this creature behind you just rip his head around, look around, not seeing anyone, looking up for just a moment, and almost having a wince of pain hit it. And it will grab a ring as it turns around to look at the door, grabs a ring on its hand, spins it, and you see it go invisible.
Oh.
Door's closed behind you, by the way. All right, top of the round. Remus, what are you doing?
Wasn't it always closed?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was close.
Okay. I wasn't sure if like
But turns around
seeing
and
that
acknowledges
they're closed the door too.
Hey, so real
Nope.
quick, if it's raining in here and he turned invisible, can we still try to see him
It's like
from the rain?
Ghost.
Is it like
Daredevil
There
stuff.
is.
Daredevil? Yeah, that's the movie I was thinking of. Can we
There
Daredevil
is
this guy?
a
Shimmer.
there is a subtle there may be an advantage or a different DC to perceive him.
Okay.
But
So I'm about 10, 15 feet from Howard right now.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm going
no, from Howard. You would be
because I'm behind the big brazier.
behind the big brazier, what's in the center, so you'd be essentially what, 2 over, about 20 feet away from Howard, 15, 20 feet from Howard, depending on how
Okay.
he was falling.
So I'm going to use half my movement to go to Howard. I'm going to take my wet blanket from him since that fires out. Now I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get to the adjacent brazier on this side and try and smother that one.
So back left one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You throw this on it. You make a perception check.
All right. 15.
15. As you pull the tarp off the flame again rips up to the ceiling, kind of doing a new hissing noise as this fire is now meeting this steam and rain mist again, and you moving can hear a yes kind of a chuckle in a slipped common from this creature somewhere in this room as it's invisible. You can throw it on the other one, and in the moment of you throwing on it, you hear again moment of pain as you throw the wet tarp over this brazier, ceasing the fire flow on this column.
I tell Howard to use his stupid yellow cloak for that one. This is my tarp. And that's it.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks. What are you doing? You're muted if you said something.
I sure did say something. I said I'm curing wounds on Azoth, and I'm healing you for 13 points.
So I'm
Azoth.
dead.
You're back.
You're not dead. You are back. Guess who's back?
Again. All right.
JD's back. Tell a friend. Back. Guess who's back?
So Azoth, mid of Fink's combat, you're just oh, that hurt. All right, Finks, what else you want to do with your turn?
Bonus action hide.
Make a stealth check.
16, 19.
Okay. Presumably,
Actually, you know what?
you feel very. Oh,
Can I
yeah.
attempt to move first? I want to move towards the door, but still stay behind a pillar. If there's any left.
There are the four pillars still. There is the one now next to you where you brought Azoth that Remus ran over to and now covered.
Okay.
So that pillar of flame is out.
Can I get
Do you want to run towards the door?
I want to get towards the doors, the one that's closest to me now, towards the door. So to the left of the door from the picture you sent. And then hide.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll let you roll that. What is it, 19?
19.
19 here, because different movement. All right, you feel like you are stealthily hidden, running in. You're smaller body. You're a goblin. You're not big. You're not clunky. You don't carry big, heavy armor as a cleric usually does, which may help you in your battles. All right. Azoth, your turn. What are you doing? You're on the ground. There's a brazier next to you that is covered with a giant tarp. Make a perception check.
9.
There's a tarp covering the brazier next to you. There's no fire coming out from that, but you see 3 other lights of flame amongst the mist and the steam that is just steaming out.
All right. I guess knowing from what I saw before I blacked out, in Elvish, I will scream out, "Brother, we come in peace."
Make a persuasion check with advantage. No, I'll say straight, different DC. I'll adjust that. No advantage given on this one.
So just straight?
Yeah. You're not speaking to a language it doesn't. Okay. You hear responding in Elvish. You are no brother of mine. I live only to serve, bound and chained. You too shall die in this tomb, just as I have. He commands it.
Hey,
That's just a quick response for you.
still my turn, right?
Oh, it's still your turn. I'll give you that as a quick action. Just you woke up, brother. We come in peace. You were said that there is no brother of you. This thing is. You were meant to die in this tomb, just as he has.
I still want to.
Just as something else commands it to be.
I want to shout back in Elvish that we can free him.
Make a persuasion check. Roll well.
11.
Total?
Strong 11.
Oh, dice roll. Maybe it worked.
I still have inspiration. No.
Do you? If you have it, you're allowed. If you have DM inspiration, I'll let you. You can re-roll it.
All right. I'll here. Let me do that then. And you said persuasion. Let's see. Wasn't any better, but
you are attempting to barter. It's all good. You do recall the kind of flashing back. You do recall the chain on the collar, mentioning bound, almost as in a servitude sense. Take that knowledge with you as you will.
all right. Can I then, since I haven't actually made an attack or an action move yet, and I've just spoken, can I just attempt to wait? I'm behind something still, right? So like I'm out of a range of attack. Finks, did you grab me behind the?
Yeah, I dragged you back behind.
Yeah, you're behind the bottom left pillar.
Okay.
Here's the thing: is that technically you're still on the ground because Finks dragged you, unless you want to use half your movement to get up.
I just want to make sure that I'm like out of attack range at this point, or at least I'm hidden.
You don't know.
Okay.
You can't see this creature.
Right.
You woke up and you have no idea where it is. You just see steam and the pillar of the brazier. The pillars that I have in the picture, those are the braziers. There's four smaller ones. That brazier is out and is covered with a tarp.
All right, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself, a 3rd level, just to get some of my hit points back.
Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. Any special way you cast this? Any special words of wisdom you give yourself?
I'm just gonna be like, we got to stop going to the dark side. It's this has got to stop. Got to stay healthy. Drink more water. I'll just let the rain fall on me and take in the rain.
just Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything that hard.
I got the poo on me.
Not that hard. Yeah. All right. Heal of 13 points. Very nice.
There we go. And I guess that's my turn.
Let's see. Here, essentially, right now, I'm just going to tip this brazier just for I know this one is done.
Does Howard use his coat to cover the other one?
Let me see if he does. Actually, no. Wrong die. Let me use the yellow die for Howard's decisions. I don't want to Jaeger him fully. Roughly the same. You all hear a fellow companion in the far right corner scream in agony still. Just screaming in pain. Oh, my head. Ow. Don't know why. All right. It is now this creature's turn. It is going to do a check to see where is everyone. Disadvantage. All right. It is Remus. You stealthing? What was your stealth? What was your stealth check?
The last time I did one was the 28.
Was that when you were behind the brazier or when you came around the other side?
I don't think we redid it.
Okay. So since moving around and throwing the brazier, you're kind of obvious right there. I'll say not as stealthy. It's a 14 hit.
I don't believe so, but let me double check. It does. My AC is 14.
All right. So you get hit with 2 balls of fire that come from the opposite way. Finks, right next to you, right in front of the door, a large red body, hulking 8.5 feet tall, appears, doesn't acknowledge you in its peripheral to its side, as it is just. He will freeze me at last once you are here to take my place. And launching 2 fireballs at you.
Wait, so did I get 2 or did
hit?
Okay, so the fireballs were
Remus,
at
you
me.
get hit with 2 of them.
No, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the way we were talking, we both got 2.
No,
Alright, so what are they?
No, he's throwing 2 at you. They are, first one is, I got 5d6. Hold on.
Good thing I'm a tiefling.
Oh, I rolled low. 11 for the 1 fireball.
So half is 5. I have resistance to fire damage because I'm a tiefling.
That is true. So yes, half would be 5.
Okay.
The second fireball is going to be 12, 18. $23 damage of the from the second one. So
11.
What is it? Yeah, I'll say 11 right now. I can't remember how the half goes up or down. I don't know. So let's throw it at 11.
Okay. I've always played around.
I'm not trying to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I always sort of round it up and down. I round it up usually, but let's throw it with 11. You're a tiefling. I don't know the exact ruling on it. It's fine.
Okay.
If someone wants to check the ruling on the half damage, let me know. But you're a tiefling. 11 damage of fire from the second fireball.
Got it.
You're lucky that those came at you and not someone else.
Yep.
As you were hit with these balls of fire, you just kind of embrace it and just it warms you up and kind of lights this fire that. All right, this thing's not playing around.
Google says
For right
always
now.
round down.
Always round down. All right,
That's
we'll round
what the
down.
first thing on Google says. I'll keep looking.
Find me a sage advice or D&D from Wizards of the Coast. I'll that's where I prefer.
All right.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Remus, top of the round is your turn.
Thanks.
You're up on deck, so just be ready.
So I have to think of what to put this down. I guess I'll just place a dagger on top of the tarp for weight. And then I'm gonna run over to Howard.
You're trying to stab it in. Are you gonna
if I
set
stab
it on
it,
the
then the
dagger?
arrow
Or
gets
you
through.
gonna,
Yeah, I'm setting it on the tarp, so the tarp's just set in the
Perfect.
center. That way, no air gets through. It's still closed. I'm gonna go over to Howard.
I'll deal. I like that.
So I go to Howard.
Over to Howard.
What's up with Howard? He's screaming.
Howard is on the ground next to the pillar, grasping his head, kind of writhing in pain on the ground.
All right, this is gonna be very troublesome, but I'm going to try and take his coat off of him to put on the brazier while he's writhing around.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh, thank God I rolled high at least. I don't know what my save mod is. Wisdom save, come on, be okay. I got a 19.
You're taking off Howard's coat and you're throwing it over the brother Brazier.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You pull this coat off of him. He instantly starts to like kind of claw and scratch and fight at you that you don't get to take this from him. You rolled an 18.
Or no, I rolled a 19.
I rolled a nat 1 on 19. All right. You rolled a nat 1 on fighting you.
Good.
You do know that this is Howard's item. Like, this is his coat.
I'm just
He's
covering
not
it
going
up.
to be
I'm not
happy when he
burning
comes
it.
back from this. You don't know what's happening. You're about to put it over a brazier that is shooting fire.
I thought there was a mist.
Yeah,
So is
but
his coat
you don't know
damp
what's going to
too?
happen to a coat. Slightly.
That's enough.
It's not like it was dumped and doked. Like,
No,
so
I know,
you're,
but
when
if you stand in the
conjure
rain for
water is
like
just-
2 rounds, you get enough on you where if
So-
it's on the inside, I'm just
so
going to
that's
put
what
it
I guess
on
my
the inside.
understanding. What is it? Is the spell like raining or is it mist? Because I saw it as mist, but is it rain?
It's rain, and then
It
when
is
it hits
rain.
the fire, it would create a mist effect, and that was my intention. That's not the spell. That's just the environment.
Okay, so the spell is rain.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just raining in this room.
Okay, different. Okay, your argument for Remus, that's valid.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Because I want to keep
thought
the,
it was-
the
I thought
yellow
you were
side is
creating
up
mist
top
and
anyways.
Yes.
Like, I assume the inside of the
my
coat is
understanding, I'm like, yes, there's mist in the room, but just because it's mist doesn't mean it's soaking damp wet. Rain, if it is rain it's creating, yes. That I walking outside for 10 seconds in a rainstorm in a small enclosed encased space, that would create a wetness. So yes, throw it over. You fought that from him. Who knows what that's gonna have for lasting effects? He may not like that when he comes back.
We
And
can
you
fix
throw it over the
coat.
fire, and yeah, I know you can fix the coat. Howard may not like it though. This is all fun and games. So I love this. You do throw it over the second brazier. You hear a thinks next to you. This creature just as it starts to kind of spit blood next to you. As the second brazier is currently
That's 3, right?
it's currently 2 of them.
2 are completely out, or
Essentially that are two of them that are out. There's the center one still that has a just perpetual, just kind of magical flame essence, but the 2 in the back, the one that's in front of you thinks this is still raging pillar flame to the ceiling.
it's my turn.
Okay. All
right,
right.
Remus, anything you want to finish up on that? Was that it? The flip?
I didn't know if that was my action to do all that stuff with the coat.
Ripping the coat from him and
And
throwing it
putting it
over the
on.
brazier, that would be the action. Yeah, because
so
you're trying, because it's not like the coat was slacked over him. It's like it's on his arms.
Yeah.
So you
He's
took the
wearing
time to
it.
kind of wrestle it out of him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it for me then.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. It is your turn. Azoth on deck.
All right, so the one that I'm hiding behind is on fire currently. So I am going to use create water again in the other way this time. And I'm just going to make 10 gallons of clean water. And it says I need a container. I'm going to use the brazier as the container. And I'm just going to fill it with 10 gallons
The
of
one
water.
in front of you.
Yeah, the one that's, yeah. I'm on the other side of this guy, right?
Yeah. So here, let me throw a picture up so we pick up real quick and make sure that these are moves. That
I
you
guess
get
what
to
I'm asking
do.
is I'm not in a threatened space, correct? Because I'll walk around to the other side of it
I
then,
mean-
if that's the case.
I'll let you say you walk around. So right now, ignore the picture I sent you. You're essentially in between the wall to the left. You're
Okay,
kitty
okay.
cornered, kind of.
Yeah, let me sneak
Better?
around. So yeah. on the other side of him.
So it goes creature, brazier, thinks.
Yeah. And then I'm going to fill the brazier
Okay.
with the water.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage. Because you are next to him and
25 and 2. Oh, 8. Okay, so I guess I got an 8.
all right. As you move away, it is this creature is going to make a reactionary swipe at you, just as an opportunity attack. Yeah, that hits. The 29,
Yep.
I believe, and 13 damage. Slicing damage, slashing damage as this giant arcing blade slings up from the waist and carves off the ground. You hear that as it grinds through the ground, there's this, along the stone, there's this as it rips up and just cleaves part of your armor, slashing through part of your shield and into your arm plate. Give me a 13 damage. Okay. You do the gallon. He is looking hurt again.
Can I attempt to make an intimidation check and just kind of be like, hey, more water where that came from?
Yes.
Make an intimidation check.
18.
Little fool. The goblin dies first. As this red creature speaks in Elven directly to you, Azoth.
Turn.
All right.
All right.
Acknowledges you. Intimidation was a what?
18.
18? Okay. You made yourself known. You've intimidated a bit, but this is a warrior proud.
Yeah, I want to get bargaining back on the table here.
Yeah.
Threaten them, whatever I got to do.
Yeah. All
I
good.
will. Oh, is it still your turn, Finks?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Unless he wants to move. Azoth.
Yeah, I'll get a way out of slashing damage, but out of slashing range, I guess.
Move over. Yeah. All right. You move back towards Remus's direction to get away from him. Okay.
All right.
Azoth, what do you do?
In Elvish, I will stare at him again and say, as the one who brought you here today, I command you to stand down.
Make an intimidation check.
I'm not very intimidated. That's not my strong suit. It's okay.
Oh, hey. What up, Danny? He's watching.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what happens.
He laughs at me.
You did not bring me here.
All right.
I came here of my own will. Trapped as you are. I don't remember how I came here. I don't remember who I was. I just know that I am just served, trapped amongst this chamber, amongst these halls, amongst this tomb.
Azoth's fed up. He's had enough. He kind of washes them off, and he looks over at the last two remaining lit up braziers, and he's gonna.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's two.
Well, there's technically, you know what? I'm gonna.
Technically two, but there is one blazing with a tower of flame. The one in the far corner is blazing, far right. The one in the center that the creature came out of it's not put out. It's not being affected by the water,
Well,
as far as you're noticing.
so I'm gonna cast Control Flames, and I can do this up to I can control up to 3 separate entities of flames within a 5-foot cube of each one. So I'm going to extinguish both flames.
Yeah. Firebender now.
Oh,
I took fire and water because why not? And I can
in
do
the swamps.
I'll do Earth too. I'm gonna be Captain Planet.
Captain Planet,
He's
he's
ringing.
a hero.
So I'll say okay. I tried being nice. I tried talking to him. I didn't attack him. I was coming in peacefully, and now he's just.
It's okay. It's all good. I dropped subtle hints from last week. I didn't know if anything was going to be carried over, reminded, or anyone made notes. It's fine. This is adventuring. Unfortunately, Elvish was not stated to be spoken first. It's fine.
That's cool.
I believe last week it was Howard that noticed it because he has comprehend languages going at all times.
But unfortunately, I don't believe Howard made a comment.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why there was that reset
know.
at the beginning of today.
It is it's all good. It's fine because this is fun how it's running out. As you cast Control Flames, pointing it at the because you only target one 5-foot cube at a time.
No, I can.
And so you could.
It says if I cast it multiple times, I can have up to 3 of its effects active at one time.
Being raided, guys.
What?
We have 52 people in the Twitch chat. We're being raided. Oh no!
Oh, God.
No way! Woo! There we go. All right. So as you go over, reach out. So here's the thing: is that it is non-magical flame as it is meant to be hit with. As you launch some flames over, as you launch Control Flame at the far right corner, trying to pull it in, you go to cease it, seeing that the watering and the dampening effect of the other braziers are extinguishing this power of this giant flaming genie-looking creature. You go to squash it, and as you do, the flame pushes out over and pulses with a strength, not being affected. Up next, this creature looks around and goes, all right. Elf, how old are you? Do you know the old tongue? How old are you?
Oh, that's a good question.
As it starts to trying to backtrack from this high elven that you recognize into this archaic broken down, as it is kind of fumbling over its words, forgetting its native tongue. It is going to then throw an attack at you for a fireball. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits. That is 5d6. 8, 11, 16, 21. 21 fire damage. Boom! Smashes into you. It screams out to someone else. Screams out within everyone. The elf dies.
Wait.
In Elven, it screams this. Yes?
Hold on. I have absorb elements.
Yes.
Is it a reaction?
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
It's a reaction. I'll let you take it.
One reaction. which
Take
is
it.
Okay, so I don't know how to do that. Did I just roll?
Okay.
Just believe in yourself.
Roll the spell, roll for it, because in this moment, it is now going to throw its second fireball at the goblin.
I got a
Hit
6.
me.
Oh. Nat 1.
Haha.
Just over you, Finks, you see a fireball, this hurling blast, smashes into the wall just above you, looking like it could have singed you. Absorb elements. What does it do real quick?
That's a good question, but I rolled a 6.
As you got hit with...
So
all right. You
Incoming energy lessens effects, stores it for my next melee attack. First time I hit it,
You have
target-
resistance to the spell, so you'll have resistance to fire, and then the
All right,
next time you
half
hit something with
damage.
melee, you have fire punch.
All right, so I'll take
Fire attack.
11 instead of 21.
All
Okay.
right, so half damage, 10 damage.
Okay.
You take 10 fire damage, and then you have what? 10 fire damage on your next attack, right?
Yes.
That's what it does then?
Yep.
Sweet. So you kind of smashed in the chest with this fire energy, and as it kind of scores over your druidic body, you start to almost in this firebend motion of this druidic trance of, and you kind of suck it in into your chest, and you're like, and you get ready as you position your next attack, imbuing that fire, this fire power and damage ready.
Yep.
Remus, top of the round. What are you doing?
So I've just wrestled Howard. He's still writhing on the ground, I feel. Have we covered up all the braziers yet? We just finished that up?
You have not. There is one brazier left.
I tried to snuff it and did nothing.
Well, there's the one main. There's the middle brazier in the middle that is larger, 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
2 foot, 3 foot wide brim that has got a small crackle fire where the essentially for everyone watching, what we're looking at is an Ifriti popping out of it in the center. That one is there, but then there is the fourth smaller brazier, the far right of the corner, that is shooting a 20-foot column high of flame straight up into the ceiling.
Okay, so I'm going to run over to that column. I'm going to have one of my barrel lids out and just use it to grab as much water on it as possible as I'm running, and then pop it down on the final brazier.
The barrel lid, not the barrel.
Okay.
Yeah, the soggy lid.
Make a dexterity, straight dex check. You're good
Okay.
at them. You're a rogue,
I
but
believe.
you know.
Oh, 21.
21. I'll say with that, Remus, you scoop up a bit of the water from one of the barrel lids that you're from your barrel lid item. You come running over and you just kind of throw a little bit of water splashing into it. There's a slight tss, and this large creature goes, nah.
I don't know
As
what that
this,
means.
you do not recognize this language. No, you do not.
While I'm
So-
running over there, while I close it up, can I close and then use my body and latch onto it and knock it over?
Make an athletics check
Okay.
to see if you can slam down on the perhaps magical fired brazier and hold and close it.
Athletics. I'm not good. 14?
14.
Wait.
You
Can I use my
get on
side
top of
die?
it and it's kind. Use your side die.
All right.
This is when you use it, man.
I got a 17 now?
Perfect. As you go to run over, carrying the water, you see you splash a little bit of water from the barrel. You see that it really doesn't do anything but piss off essentially the Ifriti as it looks over at you, and you're just like, maybe this will work. As you dive and kind of belly flop onto it, holding on and clenching onto it, trying to cover it up, and with the magical barrel lid, it ceases the blow of fire. It is almost like that pan lid. It's not a perfect cover and ceasing, but you're fighting it. You're kind of holding on and trying to keep and just stay shut. I'll say with that moment, Remus, you being next to where the being is, because it's standing next to the brazier, it looks over at you, but it's looking in pain as you're covering over the final brazier, kind of holding it down, going, I got you. It's looking to take more pain and looks significantly weakened, with the 4 braziers apparently either doused out with water or covered and sealed shut. Finks, what are you doing?
I am going to. So the one in the middle, does that still have that same intensity?
Yes, it's more of just a subtle, kind of like a flickering light, almost like Charmander tail, just flickering persistently.
All right, so I'm going to take advantage of the steam in the room. I'm going to cast my my duplicate, and I want to have it pop up basically between this guy and the door.
Between this guy and the door. All right.
Yes. And I'm going to try to piss him off a little bit. I'm going to cast, I'm going to try to do some damage to him. Hopefully he'll take a swing and maybe knock down the door. We'll see what happens here.
Okay.
So I'm going to do what do I got? A guiding bolt. I'm going to hit him with the guiding bolt.
Ah. All right. I can't remember. Save or you an attack? You're making an attack roll on it, I believe.
So 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits. That hits.
All right, that will do 13 damage from the duplicate. And again, hopefully, I don't want to be, I want real things to be hidden. I want duplicate to be very obvious.
Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta adjust this. Throughout this course of combat, you guys have known that covering up the fires are significantly wounding it. This is some of the first damage you've actually have done to this thing, as it is now as it turns around at the false image of the goblin, the duplicate behind it. Let me see. Let me make a wisdom check. That's a nat 1. What's our wisdom scores? It's in it free. It's no. I'm gonna honor the nat 1 because it's been locked up there for a hell of a time. Oh, that's funny. I just casually rolled the same die twice and it's a nat 20. That's funny. But nat 1, it's distracted right now by the alternative duplicate. I'm gonna turn around. Azoth, your turn. What are you doing?
The most recent picture you sent to us. Where am I in shot of the? Hold on. Let me see that most recent picture you sent. All right.
Hey everyone, if you all want to see the most recent picture that we're talking about, I'm currently posting it on our podcasters Instagram, which is podcasters_tabletop gaming. You want to see what's currently happening with everyone? You're all going to see this right now.
Live. Also, shout out DCT Industries.
That's right.
Our very lovely sponsor who's doing another giveaway for us this week.
All right.
Giving away those die.
I want to, since my next melee strike is going to have an additional 6 die of fire damage. I'm going to run up to it, cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff, and strike at its collar, specifically at its collar around its neck.
All right, make an attack roll.
All right.
So how do you add a picture on Instagram anymore? Oh, there it is.
The plus sign.
It's weird.
Do you know how to upload videos to Facebook?
What's that from?
It's a commercial.
You guys go.
15 to hit.
15 to hit. Let me see. His AC is 17. Does not hit. Unfortunately.
All right. I'll disengage and hide behind where. I'll disengage and get away from striking range from it.
Perfect. All right. Let me throw this up on everyone. D&D, Twitch, Dungeons, Dragons, DCT Industries, which everyone please head on over and check out our sponsor, DCT_Industries. They are a Western New York local gaming group that is coming up and putting out their first game called KaiMon. It's a Mon tabletop game. Own minis and combat. Think Pokemon, Digimon, mashed with Warhammer. It's really cool. It's really exciting. I did an interview with the creator, Jeff. That is there's an interview that is going to be dropping via our podcast at the network, bicbp-radio.com. Go to podcasters. The episode will be dropping after we are done playing into tomorrow. So look for that. You can check that out. There's going to be a giveaway going away for that. Raging Tiger. Drop a link possibly if you can find it. bicbp-radio.com. at the podcast. Drop our link in there so people can check out for that. If you don't mind, thank you so much. All right. That hit does not land, unfortunately, Azoth. What do you do with the rest of your turn?
I'm going to disengage.
You're going to disengage. All right, cool. If you guys do head over to our Instagram, you can see the podcasters_tabletop gaming and see the sort of battle layout that's happening. All right. You disengage and kind of hide in the corner with Finks. Okay. Azoth, that good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You can't disengage as a bonus action, but
Right, okay.
you just cast a spell.
Yeah.
Oh, good. But you're good enough. You're in the corner. You can dip over.
Yeah.
Sweet. You dip over into the corner. Awesome. Top of the round is now this flamed creature turning over and seeing Remus being on top of one of the braziers that is currently dealing some damage to it. Oh shoot, no, but it took guiding bolt.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, I'm gonna make a roll. 5 or higher goes after the duplicate Finks. 5 or lower goes after Remus. It's 11. All right, it's gonna back away to the middle and throw 2 fireballs at the duplicate Finks. First one is gonna hit. Second one misses. So Remus, you see a large fireball come flying right next to your face and smash into the duplicate Finks. And it hits the wall. Let me see how much damage it does, because it does hit the wall.
Wait, does it hit the wall or does it hit the door?
Ooh.
Because he was in front of the door.
Ooh.
My bad. It hits the door.
What's
Door
that door
break
down?
Deals
Door is made
10,
of wool.
16, 21 damage. The door starts to buckle just slightly as it deals quite a hefty bit of damage. Big, thick, heavy, looks wooded door, but it looks like that old like Viking shipwreck wood. Like it's not your basic little Walmart picking up the door. This is a OG built in the 1700s. It's still standing today.
You can get doors from Walmart.
All right.
Everything from Walmart.
Can you get doors from Walmart? I'm assuming so.
You-
Anyway, Remus, top of the round. What are you doing? You're on top of this you're on top of the brazier. Are you going to hold on it while the flame, while you're laying on the belly on top of it, it is kind of going popping a little bit. You're kind of trying to hold on to it.
You're making popcorn.
Yeah, you're kind of like on a popcorn lid.
Oh, I mean, that could kind of work. No, because no, that's silly.
Decisions.
I'm just gonna throw
Finks, you're
two
up on deck.
daggers.
Have an idea ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna throw 2 psychic daggers at this guy as I attempt to stand on this popping lid to add more weight to it.
Stand on the popping lid. I'll say make an acrobatics check, because you're trying to position yourself as it's popping to spin around and stand up on it to throw daggers. Depending on your
17.
acrobatic check, I'll determine what straight rolls of daggers I'll give you. As
All
you kind of
right.
pop up on them and go. Phew. Everyone tuning in, this is amazing. Thank you so much. Make sure you follow, because we do go live every Sunday from 7 to usually 9:30 with D&D. We have another player that is missing. He's in the chat as Howard. Please hit follow, hit subscribe so you guys know when we go on live. Because with everyone checking out, we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the show, announcing it, and we will be announcing the winners next week on the show. So you do want we're going to be giving away a pack of dice, as well as I will be telling you how you can win a Dungeons and Dragons starter kit with the Minds of Fandelver box after the show. So if you want to hear about how to win that, please stick around for this. All right. So make those attack rolls as you throw those daggers.
First one's gonna be a 22.
First one hits.
All right. It's gonna be 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. It's not bad. Not bad.
And then the second one's gonna be a 15.
15. That one does not hit.
All right.
Okay.
He's
your turn?
relatively close to me, right?
No, he has moved. He has moved back towards the center of the room, on the other side of the brazier that he
Okay,
came out of.
I'm
So
going to
he's kind
bonus
of
action.
closer
hide.
over to Howard and everyone else. Bonus
I'm
action
going to-
hide.
Yeah,
you
like I'm
jump
pretending
off-
to be. No, I'm pretending to be a statue while standing on this. So he thinks I'm just really tall. It's a really tall brazier now.
Deception check with disadvantage.
All right.
It knows what is there. Depending on the nat 20 you roll or don't roll, can determine where we go from there.
So with disadvantage, I got a. Oh wait. Hold on. With disadvantage, I got an 18.
With disadvantage, you got an 18.
My deception is plus 10.
All right, you are.
Pretty good.
That is not bad. You are currently standing on a brazier,
I'm there.
doing very well. You're doing the whole, the whole Greco statuette pose. Maybe or maybe not. It believes that you are a statue. Who knows? Okay. Finks, your turn. What are you doing?
Oh my God, there's a beautiful statue that just showed up.
Handsome.
I'm gonna run the duplicate Finks up as close to this guy as I can, and I'm gonna have the
All right,
duplicate
runs around the brazier up
Yeah,
in
wherever he is.
melee range.
as close as he can
Got
get.
it.
Yeah. And he's gonna cast Spirit
Runs right up
Guardians
to him.
on the duplicate. So I haven't done this spell yet. You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you a distance of 15 feet. If you are good or neutral, they appear angelic or fey. I'm gonna pick. I'll get into that in a minute. So basically, what the spell does is any number of creatures I pick are unaffected. So the party's unaffected by this. Anything in the 15-foot radius is half speed. And whenever it enters or ends its turn inside the radius, it has to make a saving throw. If it fails, wisdom save 14, they take 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
So,
So the spell happens on the beat.
yeah, I just want
So
to
it starts.
describe
The damage starts on its turn.
if it ends
right?
its turn or enters the space. Yeah. So
Okay.
the spirits I'm going to pick are Finks's wiped out tribe. When he was in prison, he would make little childish dolls and puppets to represent those people who are now dead. So they're going to be the spirits. They're going to be kind of coming back in that form. So fey versions of childlike puppets.
Okay. All right. Sweet. All right. So when it starts its turn, and then let's make the wisdom saving throw. All right. Sweet. So you all see these little ghostly goblinoid creatures kind of pop up out of the ground, all suited up
think
in
like
different
that movie
battled
Small
armor.
Soldiers. Well, the toys come to life.
Perfect. Little toys start popping up, and they all have things you notice, just kind of seeing them pop up around the edges of where you see it. They all have these little insignias of these little silver moons kind of crest around them.
Cool.
Some of them have little whole moons, some of them little half moons, waxing on, waning off of them. No, poor jokes, guys. Poor jokes and great D&D. That's what you get with us. With me, at least. All right, sweet. That's actually a good move. Not bad, not bad. Azoth, what are you doing with your turn?
Wild shape into a giant elk.
Do you have a wild shape left?
I do.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How many wild shapes do you get?
I get. That's a really good question. Since the last one I used, because I'm Moon Druid now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where my spells.
Remember, you did shape into a giant snake at the beginning
snake and then the bird.
of the day.
Yeah, but no, because I still have the I used the snake one. I used the bracelet that I have.
Oh,
I had that bracelet of the quick change.
That is true.
And I
There you go. Fair enough.
shape left. So yeah.
Boom.
hit him with the elk.
All right.
So
Another wild chef.
okay. You don't have to take another picture of it because I'm looking at the picture. Where
I don't have an elk, but okay.
it's fine. Where is the genie at right now? Is he still in front of the
Fire. No, he is essentially in the back half of the room in front of the brazier now.
Okay. And I'm still okay. Regardless. So I don't know. If I charge him, I have an idea of what I would like to do. I just don't know if it's gonna be possible. If I charge him, can I like if I were to hit him, like smash him into the door? Is it possible to direct him that way? How big is the room?
You could try.
How big is the room?
Room is easily 60, 50 feet wide.
Okay, cool.
You guys have a nice room in here.
So with the elk, I can throw a charge at it with a ram attack. So I'm going to attempt to ram him as a melee attack.
Do you want to run him into the door?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to do? You can try and go into the wall.
Yeah, no, into the door.
All right, cool. Make an attack roll as you go running in as an elk, attempting to smash him into the door. I'll say make an attack roll, and then I'm going to make him make a strength save DC against your spellcasting DC.
Can
Fails.
since
fails,
it's raining and the floor,
but I'll let you-
slippery, can that play into it?
Sure, yeah. He rolls a 3 plus what? 3 plus 2, 5 total. So please carry him. I'll let you use your movement to push him all the way to the door. Deal damage. Is there a smashing or goring attack that you have as an elk? I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, hold on. So it was a 2d6 bludgeoning damage for the ram attack. 2d6.
Got it.
4. So let me roll that really quick. And then there's something else too. So 2d6
Perfect.
plus 4.
The print.
So 10.
To print some more B shapes out now, I guess.
Yeah. So we're gonna do 10
Ooh, all right.
plus. Since I am hitting you with a charge, it takes an extra 7 2d6 damage. You have to succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
What's the DC?
It says DC 14 strength.
Just saves it.
Okay, so that would be whether or not
rolls a
it's
14.
prone or not, but it's still because of the charge attack takes an extra 7
Takes
and
the
then
damage.
2d6 damage. So I do 7?
So 7 is the rounded damage. So you can do 7 or you can roll the dice.
I'll roll the dice.
So that's where you'd roll the dice to roll the dice for that. That's the 7. The rounded number is for the dungeon master. So if I don't want to have to roll dice and possibly crit out and kill you all on max dice, I could just say, 7 damage. That's not, you don't get to take the easy win on that.
8.
8.
Yes. So
Hey, not bad.
Better.
Not bad.
And did we break through the door or no?
You fireballed it earlier.
You fireballed it earlier. Yeah. And then I just rammed you
I'll
in.
say it's starting to crack. It's
Okay.
starting to crack a bit.
Okay.
All right. Not broken through yet, but well placed turn. Well placed turn. I appreciate. I'll say he didn't willingly move out of the circle of
Yeah,
your
that's
spell.
fine. That makes sense.
I don't know if you're able to move it though.
It
I don't
basically
recall on that.
sticks on a point. So wherever the duplicate is in this case is where that circle is. So I'll just follow up on that.
Well, essentially, I'll say this one. The circle is right next to the main brazier in the center. So if he wishes to go towards back to that,
Oh,
it'll
okay.
cause an issue for him, which could be nice. All right.
Play some defense.
Up next is its turn on next to the door. You brought him right back next to the tiefling that is standing on top of the final brazier that is looking and goes. Looks down at the elk and goes.
I can still understand it.
You have no idea what it's like. Losing yourself, not knowing, just knowing the call in your head, the commands to kill. This will be over soon. And it is going to grab the antlers from you and using its strength, try and pick you up and slam you into the tiefling.
Okay.
So he's going to make an athletics check.
I'm a statue.
That is an 18.
What do you want me to
So,
look at on here to contest? If that,
Contest it with a straight strength check of the elk.
so right now it's the elk's numbers, like looking at the elk stats on D&D Beyond, it says 19
Strength. Yep.
19 and then +4.
Roll a d20, add +4.
Okay.
As he's gonna pick you up and try and swing you off of him and into the tiefling.
9.
Got it. You unfortunately fail as your elk body begins to be picked up as this hulking, red muscled individual grabs you by the antlers and swings you into the tiefling next to you. Remus, make a dex saving throw as an elk body comes flying at you.
Sounds like he's asking to get charged again, Azoth.
Yeah.
Oh, please be good. All right, 25.
25. You take half damage. I'm going to use 3d8 as a giant elk body's damage because you're a giant elk. And an elk weighs roughly how many 100 pounds?
Can I uncanny dodge as well, the half damage? Use my reaction?
You can use if Uncanny Dodge allows for a saving throw, I'll allow it. I don't know the specific rules of Uncanny Dodge. I believe it's an area effect, but if it doesn't say area effect, it would come into play here.
It says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Then yes.
Cool.
Yes, you can. It's gonna hit you with the swings you with the attack. It does 8 plus 15 total.
So half is 7.
But so it'll be 7 damage. Azoth, you take 7 damage as an elk.
All right.
Yes. Azoth, you take 7 damage as you are swinging into Remus and into the wall as he cracks you into the wall and just kind of drops your body.
Would this genie know that hunting a giant elk is many cultures believe it will initiate divine wrath because they are sacred? I'm just saying.
Maybe.
Oh, you're about to talk about hunting elks without a permit or something.
Oh, so
No.
funny.
Nope. Fortunately, also, Remus, you were off the brazier, by the way.
Okay.
With that, you jump off of the brazier. The fourth column of fire blows up and hits the ceiling as he has knocked you off of and out of the way. He looks to be rejuvenated with strength now. This fire lit in his eyes again.
What is this brazier made out of? Is it like metal or stone?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
21.
This is a dark, chiseled stone. Dark, almost like a dark, blackened, mountain stone gray, possibly. It's kind of demonic-ish.
With a 21, would I be able to tell of its structural integrity?
It looks pivoted on the kind of almost like a bird bath. The point right below where the basin is looks a little bit weaker, possibly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. So he swings that, and then I will say he's going to grab, because he does get 2 attacks. He is going to... so you jump off to the side. That's up. He's got his strength back. He's going to look over at Remus and go... as he pulls a silvered whip from its side and cracks it to the ground. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Why does he need so many weapons? Wisdom saving throw. 16.
You begin to feel the compulsion and urge to dance take you.
Okay. So
And you wish to dance on your turn.
Remus, this is terrible statue acting.
It's now your turn. It starts
Okay.
chuckling.
So is that my action or my movement?
You would have to use your entire turn to perform and dance. You may use your action to break the will of the dance. You may not attack. You may not move. You must dance. You may use your turn to make a wisdom check.
My question is,
or wisdom
can
save to break from.
while I'm dancing, can I pull out my water skin and dump water as I dance around the brazier into it?
A rain dance, if you will.
Make a performance check. I'm seeing him from where he dumps the rain from over on the chair. He's trying to dance and stomp.
All right, I'm not bad at performance. Let's see how this goes. 24.
As you guys see Remus start to do this like this running man in motion, pulls out this water skin and cracks it over himself next to the brazier, pouring the water on the water skin. Is it just a standard water skin?
Yeah, it's got 4 points of water in it.
Okay. 4 pints of water. Hits it a little bit. You see the subtle just flinches from the creature. That is... in your direction. Speaking some language you don't understand.
Nope.
Thinks. What do you want to do?
Still make the check, or is that my action to make a check?
If you're gonna dance, if that's part of your dance, I'll let you make the wisdom save to see if you can succeed on the at the end of your turn.
18?
Because you incorporate it into the dance. DC of 17. Very nice. You break forth from it after sprinkling the water. Doesn't do much to the actual brazier itself, but you have this urge to dance, and it just kind of runs off of you, and you're like, where'd that come from? Not really acknowledging, and you see the silver whip in the hand of the creature as it looks at you and begins to kind of start to twirl it again. Finks, you're up.
All right. Finks is going to run to the center of the room in the safety of the Spirit Guardian aura from the duplicate. And once he gets there, he's going to do a create water on the middle one and just kind of do the same move he did the first one, try to fill it with water. See if it has any effect on this guy.
All right. Wisdom check with the create water. Or wisdom check essentially.
Wisdom check is a 22.
Just really? All right. You all see this creature take a brutal near death blow, dropping it down to its knees as the water ceases in the center brazier as it's on one knee. Looked over at the elk and goes, "This is not over. He will get you. You are powerful. He will not let you leave." Azoth, your turn.
All right.
It is now on its one knee.
And so there's still the one that Remus was on is still lit up.
It is still blazing high. Right now, it's appeared to not be affecting the entity as it had before.
All right, I'm gonna
with the central brazier being doused and filled with water. There may be a tether that was severed.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing I did last term. The attack the genie.
You attack the genie? Make the attack roll at him. Just come running at him.
11 plus. I don't know. Do I get a plus?
Strength.
Strength is strength
plus 4.
Yeah.
Is he prone because he's down like that?
He technically, I'd say he's prone. Give it with advantage. He is prone.
All right, hold on.
Essentially. Yeah. I'll allow it. This is going fun. Man, everyone watching, man, there was almost no encounter
Nat 20.
today. This is fun.
At 20.
Nat 20.
Hit him with the oath.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, hold on.
So as this
This will determine the attack. 48. 40. All right, guys. So do you want me to do the you know what? I'm going to trample him down with my hooves. Because that is a 4d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
roll those dice just for fun.
It's gonna raise above him and
So-
trample him down.
As you're rolling dice and you're adding these up, what you all see happen is Finks runs up, summons a pool of water in the central brazier. It by now I'm assuming your rain spell has been faded,
I
or is
actually
it
think it
constant?
just ended this turn, yeah.
It has just ended as the mist starts to clear out of the room. The dry texture and conditions start to take hold and suck the moisture out. But with one last blast, the water dumps in the brazier, snuffs out any bit of flaming in the center column. The creature drops to its knees, says something in some distant land tongue to all of you, and looks over at the elk. Finish me. I'll be back. As you see the elk get up and raise its hooves and come down trampling. How much damage do you drop on this thing?
21.
21.
21.
As you pound into it as it had 1 hit point left.
Oh.
You see the mist, the body go flash into a flame of flame and die out and turn into this dark, thick, black, billowing smoke that is starting to just seep down and almost like disapparate as if it's no longer there, not an entity anymore.
Did it by chance leave behind its bindings, collar,
Anything?
and all that?
Did it leave anything behind?
You do not see anything left behind in this current moment. Perhaps it was not its to leave behind. And with that, we're going to pick up there next week. Everyone, thank you so much. Everyone that tuned in for this raid that jumped in. We were running with 20-something strong. We have 15 people jumping in right now. Thank you so much. As a Dungeon Master, that was awesome to see that many people jumping in. Like, I want to watch this live.
That was fun.
You guys got to see an awesome encounter as our party, the Faybala 5, -1 player, ran through a tomb that they had fallen in from the last session, which you can catch on the replay with our Twitch currently for the next week or so. It's also going to be jumping up on demand via our YouTube Casters Tabletop Gaming. Go check it out. We have links dropping. You can also check out our Facebook Podcasters Tabletop Gaming. Check us out on Instagram Podcasters_Tabletop Gaming. And guys, we have a killer sponsor for this campaign. It's Jeff from over at DCT Industries. It's a local gaming company in Western New York that's putting out their first game at the end of this year and coming into 2022 called KaiMon. It is a new Mon game that mashes Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, companion monster tactics with a Warhammer D&D setting where you're playing in person rather than in a video game or with cards. You're actually playing on a kind of battle map with little minis that are unique, custom. They have multiple attacks. There are some monsters that have low attacks and then high attacks. There are a whole bunch of fun, and you should check them out. So please head on over to their Facebook page, DCT Industries. Like them. You can see right now in the Remus box, there's a logo. That's the logo you're looking for. Also under overlay, right
Somewhere.
this direction, there's a logo there as well. Go head them over, check them out. We have some links in the Twitch chats. There are 2 giveaways going that are currently being sponsored from Jeff over at DCT Industries. He picked up some minis, some dice, and some starter kits for everyone that wants to play some Dungeons and Dragons. So the first giveaway we have is going to be through the actual video episode that you guys had just watched. The code word is the Blood King. What you have to do is head on over to our Instagram page, and you have to like podcasters on Instagram. You have to like DCT Industries as well. Also, what you're going to do is head over to the Facebook page where I pin up the episode post. So when this goes up on Facebook this week, it's going to be dropping either after midnight or some point throughout Monday. It'll say pinned this post. Underneath that video, you want to comment the Blood King. That gets you in for a raffle to win the Red Blood King dice. All right. You want to comment the Blood King. As well, if you want to enter in with a second chance to win some dice, tag a friend in the comments below. All right. So I'm going to go over those rules just one more time to win the dice. We're pushing the Instagram and we're pushing Facebook. So you want to make sure you like podcasters and DCT Industries on Facebook and Instagram. Show those likes, show those supports. We're helping out some local guys going, trying to do what they love. Also, to be able to say and do that interaction, head over to the podcasters Facebook page. There's going to be a post that's pinned up as of tomorrow. There's currently one there today. Not that one. It's going to kick up on Monday when this episode goes live. You'll see us four in the video. It's going to say this pinned post. Comment in it, the Blood King. You can also comment a friend and tag a friend in it for an additional chance to win some red dice from, is it Okie Dokie Dice?
Okie dokie dice.
Okie dokie.
Pretty cool.
Okie Dokie Dice. Okie Dokie Dice. Those are some sick red dice. I love them. They are a great little value. You get a little pack for them case. Now, if you say, hey, I already have so much dice, what's the other giveaway? I'm curious about that. Well, there's another giveaway that will be going up. Very similar rules. For this, what you have to do is find the post that will be pinned at the top of the page as well. It will not be a YouTube or a Twitch video link. What it's just going to be is a straight audio post. And it is an interview that I had with Jeff from DCT Industries, where we talked about Dreams Come True Industries, DCT Industries, as well as KaiMon and how the whole story kind of kicked off and where they're at and where they're going. So you have to go there, listen to them. Throughout that episode, I drop a code word and I let everyone know, hey guys, this is the code word. This is what you have to comment. And this is what you have to do to like it. So I'll let everyone know. You better be liking DCT Industries to win this gift. And to be able to find out the code word for that one, you better listen to the episode, because the giveaway item we're doing is a Dungeons and Dragons starter kit, Minds of Phandelver box set that is great for any new Dungeon Master that wants to start off and kick off their own campaign. I've used parts of this encounter for my own homebrews. I've used some of the encounters from the Green Dragon below for my friends' campaigns and other one-offs with friends. It is easy, and it's a perfect place for anyone to start off as a Dungeon Master or as a player. You run from levels 1 through 5, and it's a great time. You want to check it out? Go enjoy it. So, one more time, I'm just going to let everyone know, if you want the red dice, which honestly, you want to try and enter in both of these, because everyone can always use more dice, and everyone really could use that starter kit. That's got some great content, some great material.
Hey, if you're
it's good for
already
any
someone who
Dungeons
plays
and Dragons
D&D,
collection.
give it to a friend.
There you go. Spread the love. Re-gift it and share it. Maybe they're going to be a Dungeon Master for you. There you go. Do that. So what you're going to do for both of these really is make sure you like DCT Industries on Facebook. You want to make sure you like podcasters on Facebook. We can check. Head on over to our Instagrams. Show us the love and make sure you follow both of them for that. There's a code word for the starter kit within the podcast audio episode that is going to be dropping on Monday. It'll be on our Facebook page, Podcasters Tabletop Gaming. If you want the dice, the code word is the Blood King. You want to comment that in the post as well as tag a friend. I'm also going to say, if you want to win the starter kit, you want another chance to win it as well, another entry into the raffle, tag a friend on the audio podcast side as well. So you comment the code word, that I'm not giving you this one away. You actually got to listen to that and listen to find out. I want you to hear about DCT Industries. Go check them out, because that's a sick giveaway. Got to go through, listen to the code word, comment it, and then you can tag a friend as well for that one. So guys, dropping you a lot. We're telling you, go like DCT Industries, go like podcasters. Thank you so much for watching us. I am blown away. We got hit with a raid. We got a bunch of people checking us out. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Listen, this was incredible. I can't believe it. You are awesome. I'm Anthony Mullen. Thank you so much. Check out more podcasts on the network at bicbp-radio.com. Players, sign off. Azoth,
What's going on? Thanks everyone.
sign
for
off. Let everyone take a check.
You can follow Azoth over on Twitter at Podcasters Azoth. I tweet from time to time as Azoth my thoughts. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. You never know, but that's where I'm at.
Sometimes it smells like banana pudding.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Yes. Finks, you're up next.
All right, you guys can follow Finks, the little goblin mischief cleric, on Twitter at podcastersfinks. I post polls about pizza and post gifs of elks apparently today. I paint
like them.
miniatures. You can find me on Instagram at Phoenix Forged, mostly Warhammer right now, but since we've been talking about KaiMon, I might as well just let this out. I will be doing a lot of painting for that. So once we get the physical models done, you can get kind of some advanced previews on what we'll be working on there. So keep an eye out on Phoenix Forged on Instagram.
There you guys go. Go check them out. Also, real quick, anyone like some local Buffalo ska? There's some new stuff dropping, right? New single drop?
Cover.
Did I miss this?
There's a new
cover
cover
dropped.
on its way. Yeah. It did not drop yet. February 18th.
Did not drop.
It will be dropping.
Soon.
We're doing the cover of Brian Fallon's "Forget Me Not." The band's the Abrupters, by the way, so you'll be able to find that on Spotify and all the music sites. I'm sure it's
There
on
you
all
go.
of them.
Go make sure you check them out, support the love, and follow Finks and Azoth on Twitter. They're hilarious. I love getting those random tweet updates. I'm like, oh, that's what my players are thinking about. All right. And finally, last but not least, Remus. Kick us off for the day.
I'm Remus. You can follow Remus on Twitter at Podcasters Remus. He'll tweet some stuff every now and then, like apologies to people who aren't here. We'll figure out how that goes next week. But yeah, you can follow me at Rick_Coates on Instagram and Twitter. I tweet random things too. I have no real short-term news coming up, but I'm having fun, and I'm glad that somehow a puppet show turned into combat, turned into us taking out this djinn, so, or Nefriti or whatever it may be. So we'll see how this goes. But it was fun.
See how this goes. But till then,
It was fun.
guys, if you're watching, I'm gonna give everyone the chance. Go grab that D20, because if you're new to watching live, we all like to roll off, sign off the same way. To give you guys countdown, 10 seconds. You want to go grab your favorite D20, because we're all gonna roll them off together to sign off for the night.
Together.
I got these.
Which, by the way, if you want to rock out some awesome merch, we have a Teespring. Head on over, check those out. There is a sweet Warlock Mountain Dew rip design that one of our players that is currently absent, Danny Chavez. You can check out his content at Ratfink Arts or DCT. DT Chavez? DC Chavez? I can't remember his handle, but Ratfink Arts. Go check him out. He did this wicked Warlock design rip that is just beautiful. It just was perfect because, if you're a Warlock, what else are you going to do other than Eldritch Blast that? So, guys, thank you so much for joining. Till next time, keep rolling.